Surprise is waiting for them.
I have a new employee. Have you met him?
It's their dad, home from Afghanistan. His little girls are stunned, then come running and wrap their arms around Daddy.
That's Inside Edition. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Its extra fine grind will entice you. Its aroma will seduce you. Introducing Melita's Cafe Collection. 100 years of European heritage. 100% high-grown Arabica beans. Perfectly blended into 6 indulgent gourmet coffees. Melita's Cafe Collection. The flavor of Europe in every cup.
What would happen if you were to take away 30 horsepower from the Ram 1500, remove 27 foot-pounds of torque, and subtract 40,000 miles off its powertrain limited warranty? You'd end up with a Ford F-150. Test our metal. Guts, glory, Ram.
Now lease Ram 1500 Express Quad Cab 4x4 for $299 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Yeah, they look like a happy family, but we swapped their imports for an Escape. Now they're really happy.
It's really nice.
It is 28 miles a gallon.
That's pretty awesome.
They had it for the first week, and then it was really driven after.
Plenty of room to go camping or take road trips. I use the Park Assist.
No hands.
I didn't think that was possible.
Right now, during the Swap Your Ride sales event, it's just $189 for current competitive lessees to drive a loaded Escape with sunroof and sink. Hurry in to drive Escape for $189.
The extreme measures to keep today's marathoners safe in the heat at 11.
Right now on Chronicle in high definition.
We're putting David Brown through his paces.
Increase your gait, your cadence up to about 180.
Run down to that white car and then back to me.
Touring Boston twice as fast.
To the right, you can see the beautiful swan boats.
And
round toe, a pointy toe, wide foot, narrow foot.
Finding the perfect fit. Recognize this birthday boy. To celebrate his 58th, he'll run 58 miles. Plus, less is so much more.
When I run barefoot, I feel fantastic.
David Brown takes us running. Next on Chronicle.
Good evening. David Brown joins us tonight, fresh from the finish line, conquered the heat that flirted with 90 degrees in some places today to complete your 4th, congratulations,
Thank you.
Boston Marathon.
Thank you. It was very exciting,
Yeah.
but also very hot. You'll, of course, hear all about my run. But first, a recent observation made on my daily route that running is back.
Whether it is running by yourself along the banks of the Charles River, in a pack on Beacon Hill under the Golden Dome of the State House,
We call this one the new State House because we actually have.
or one of 25,000 runners in the Boston Marathon, running has never been more popular. Marathon race director Dave McGilvery knows a thing or two about why more of us are running, and to him, it's pretty simple.
It's easy, it's convenient. In this world of, everyone's in a rush, you can just lace on the shoes and step out the door no matter where you are on the planet and get your workout in.
It's easy to be consumed by the running bug. It could be the exhilaration of propelling your body through space, or the pounding on the ground that sends sensations up your bones all the way to the pleasure centers in your brain, or the sheer satisfaction of having done something good for yourself. Running is addictive, and as many as 36 million Americans are hooked.
Now, I've been running for about 5 years, and I've covered thousands of miles around Boston. This is a great running city. From paths along the Charles with the city skyline as the background, to the path around Jamaica Pond. This is a great place to run. The loop around the pond is about 1.5 miles, and it's flat. But my favorite place to run has to be the Arnold Arboretum. 250 acres of wide roads to narrow paths. And when you run to the top of Peters Hill, you get the best view of Boston. How nice is that?
No one knows running around Boston better than Mark Lowenstein. As a runner, he has covered thousands of miles around town. And as a writer, he has authored guidebooks that map out these routes.
What makes Boston such a great running city?
Well, in part because there are all these historic paths that were carved out by those who planned the city, like the Emerald Necklace and the Southwest Corridor Park and some of the paths along the water.
Also, its density means that there's an amazing amount of variety in a relatively small geographic footprint.
The footprint of the area gets us out. The health benefits of running keep us out. Dr. Pierre Demacourt of Children's Hospital should know he's been a runner for 33 years. And as a specialist in sports medicine, he makes sure other runners stay healthy.
There's all kinds of benefits. There's the cardiovascular benefits to it, lower blood pressure, cholesterol levels tend to be much lower. The good cholesterol tends to be much higher. Bone benefits, for all the osteoporosis that we're seeing, a lot of the impact load-bearing activity really helps you out quite a bit.
The business of running has never been healthier. During the recent recession, sales of running shoes were up. According to the National Sporting Goods Association, sales rising 2%. This as the Boston Marathon was selling out at a record pace, pumping $115 million into our local economy. The business boom around running in Boston is in full stride. Forget the Old Town Trolley Tour. How about seeing our city on foot at a runner's pace? RunBoston.org will give you a complete tour of the city anywhere between a jog and a sprint. You let them know what you want to see.
To the right, you can see the beautiful swan boats.
At what pace you want to run.
Boston has a lot of firsts, and it is the first and oldest botanical garden.
And the guides will do the rest. But few around Boston
It became infectious.
have logged more miles
The more I ran, the more I felt better about them myself.
than Dave McGilvery. He's run the Boston Marathon 39 times. He's run across the country. He's run up the East Coast. In fact, if you track all the miles Dave has run, back to back to back to back, you would circle the globe more than 5 times. That's 140,000 miles. And every August, he runs his age, starting at the age of 12, running 12 miles.
A lot of times you don't set these goals for long-term endurance goal setting. You set them just for today.
And this year, Dave will run 58 miles. You, this Dave, ran 26.2 today, and how are you?
A little bit more by the time you zigzag in and around. I think actually like 26.8.
Yeah. Well, tell us about the heat, because everyone was talking about it, and how bad was it?
It was really bad.
That's what I mean,
it was one of those races in which people just walked a lot. I kind of found myself behind a lot of these walkers. It was the first time that I actually cramped up during a race.
Wow.
Mile 21, 22, the thighs cramped up, the quads cramped up, and I just needed to stop for a little bit, do some stretching, and then keep on going.
Got the hardware, though.
You know what? This is not what it's all about, but boy, does that not make a nice little parting gift when you can actually get the old medal to show that you indeed ran 26.2 plus miles.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you,
Well
thank you.
deserved. We're so
A lot of
glad
fun.
you're here tonight, and it's looking great and feeling great. It's unbelievable. Well, are you a runner? We want to know. Share your favorite route with us on Chronicle's Facebook page. Next, one answer to sore muscles. Take off the shoes.
A lot of the runners were saying, "You go, barefoot mama, way to go."
Shoeless and pain-free in 70 seconds.
Closed caption funding provided by Luna.
For a limited time at Luna, get 70% off your entire purchase.
877-241 Luna.
Hey, Jacoby, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Dunkin' Ice. It gives me the boost I need on game day.
Wow, that kid really does it all around here.
The Boston Red Sox run on Dunkin' Coffee. American innovation. Dodge is bringing more of it to more people with 3 different vehicles offering 3 rows of seating, like Dodge Durango and Dodge Journey, as well as Dodge Grand Caravan, with room for up to 7 people and just about anything else. Hurry in to the Dodge Get Into Innovation event. Now get a low-mileage lease on Dodge Grand Caravan SE for $269 a month for well-qualified lessees.
A musical journey on stage. The winner of 3 Tony Awards. Sean J.C. Carter and Will and Jada Pickett Smith presents Fever. 2 weeks only, April 24th through May 6th in the Cutler Majestic Theater.
Well, years of running can take their toll on the body, as we all know. Aches and pains might even force some runners to quit.
But no quitting for these folks. They found a remedy for their discomfort at their feet, their bare feet.
This may well be one of the most unusual running clubs in New England. They've logged well over 50,000 miles among them. Oh, they've done 5Ks and 10Ks, half and full marathons. They have nicknames like Barefoot Todd and Barefoot Mama. They love to run foot loose and shoe free.
I looked at my husband one day and said, I've been doing this research about barefoot running, and I think I'm going to give it a try. What do you think? And he said, couldn't hurt. Maybe it'll help. Give it a try. And off I went.
Before her research and eventual revelation, Teresa Withey was injured. Her body beaten by years of running, sore knees, hips, and back. Running was more than an activity that kept her fit. It fed her soul.
When it came to a point where I couldn't run anymore, I wasn't happy. You know, I was almost depressed, actually, going through a Maine winter and not being able to do what I like to do. It was hard. It was really hard.
So this has opened up.
Oh, opened up tremendously. 3 years ago, I couldn't even run a mile, and I just finished the Boston Marathon barefoot.
The first woman to do this barefoot. Running was not just exercise for Teresa, but enjoyment. The joy was in the journey. Running was more than winning. It was emotional encouragement. Encouragement that turned into inspiration.
The crowds and the cheering, huge support. My friends and my running club call me Barefoot Mama, so I had that on the back of my shirt. So a lot of the runners were saying, you go, Barefoot Mama, way to go.
Harvard professor Dan Lieberman has heard all these stories, and they validate his thoughts about running. As a professor of human evolutionary biology, he has studied human evolution. And in his groundbreaking paper published in Nature, he concluded that not only were humans born to run, but born to run barefoot.
People are so scared. When you mention the word barefoot running, it's so funny to hear the reaction. A lot of people instantly think, oh my God, it's a crazy thing to do. It would hurt, it's stupid, you should never do it, etc. But of course, if you think about it, that's what we did for millions of years.
In fact, in his office/running lab, he uses me as the example.
What I want you to do now is see if you can increase your gait, your cadence up to about 180.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 180 here on this.
180.
Running barefoot quickly and lightly to see how my form changes.
What's neat about barefoot running is that barefoot runners don't land on their heels. They actually land on the front of the foot, very gradually. It's like a plane landing, right? They land on the ball of the foot, and then they let the heel down.
This is a softer, gentler way of running. It's not about the feet, it's about the form.
A lot of people who are injured, they get lower back pain, they have runner's knee, they have plantar fasciitis, they have Achilles tendonitis, they have stress fractures or shin splints, and they're all caused by this pounding into the ground, right? And if you learn to run in a way that's less impactful, you can avoid a lot of those injuries.
My knee is a train wreck. I have no ACL. I have very little meniscus on one side, almost none on the other. My knee surgeon, who's done 2 long operations, tells me I need another. When I run barefoot, I feel fantastic.
For every one of these runners, barefoot running offers redemption, a chance to stay in the game longer.
I know what you're thinking. You wouldn't be caught dead running around here without shoes. I got the answer. These 5-toed shoes, the Vibrams. The benefit of barefoot running, but the protection of shoes.
But these runners like the feel of the grass between their toes, the quiet sound of the pads of their feet skimming over the pavement, the memories of childhood that are conjured up running through fields and on sidewalks.
It's counterintuitive, but it turns out it's a wonderfully pleasant experience to run barefoot on smooth asphalt or a nice concrete sidewalk or the brick here in the yard. Oh, it's just fantastic.
So what'd you think, the 5-finger shoes?
For me, it took too long to retrain my entire body. You know, you and I are used to using shoes. Plus, I really didn't have any injuries that I needed to worry about. I use them in the gym, just to walk around the gym. I actually still run with shoes.
So you do actually have to retrain your body a little bit.
Absolutely, and you need to check with your doctor just to make sure that you are physically fit to be able to do that and that this will actually benefit you.
Right. Nice to hear, though, that you can have those kinds of injuries and come back.
For these folks, they can.
Yeah, it worked out well. All right, David shops around for the perfect fit.
Okay, that's my best friend for the next 400 miles.
Finding the shoes built for comfort and speed when we come back.
This portion of Chronicle is sponsored by Gorton's new Simply Bake.
Back then, I simply loved Gorton's fish sticks. Now, I love Gorton's new Simply Bake. The foil bags bake in your oven to lock in the freshness of expertly seasoned fish, like tilapia or haddock in real garlic and herbs. No prep, no mess. I Simply Bake for perfect seafood every time. New Simply Bake, only from Gorton's. Simply perfect.
Trust the Gorton's fisherman. Can you see his love? Can there be any doubt? When there is.
Where'd you get those shoes?
DSW. It's where you get those shoes.
As a fashion blogger, I love when I get to do a morning talk show. I'm always talking about TJ Maxx. I tell people how to look like $1 million without spending it.
Fashion direct from designers. Savings direct to you. TJ Maxx. Let us make a Maxxinista out of you.
Y'all ready for this?
Toyota's Spring Sales Drive is here. Are you ready to get some of the biggest savings of the year on the longest-lasting vehicles? Save now with 0% financing for 60 months on a fuel-efficient 2012 Highlander gas model, Sienna minivan, or a stylish Benza crossover. Are you ready to save right now? You better be ready. Toyota's Spring Sales Drive ends April 30th. See your New England Toyota dealer now.
Ever try replacing the windows in your home? Worse than buying a car. Overpriced, aggressive sales pitches. But I didn't have that problem because thankfully I found Window World. Here's what you get from Window World. Quality windows for an amazing value. Plus simply the best service with no pressure sales tactics. And check this out. Get a house full of windows for only $24.50. That's 10 windows at an unbeatable price. Do what I did. Save yourself time and money. Come to Window World. I'm a customer. You should be too.
Join us for Blazers and Baubles. It's a benefit for the Zach Heger Foundation for Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy on May 31st at the Fairmont Battery Wharf.
All right, David continues his stint as a lab rat, if you will, for now.
Thank you very much for the compliment. I'll have you know that I requested all the tests and the analysis, and the results made it all worthwhile.
It's here in the Running Research Lab where the New Balance brains test new shoes. There is a lot of science in this facility. Tampus Tenbroek is the chief gearhead behind all these gadgets. His goal today? To find the perfect shoe to fit my foot, my stride, and my running style. Starting first with this glass force plate.
You can go ahead and go.
I have to run towards it and hit the plate smack dab in the middle.
Great.
This measures the minute directional forces as my foot hits the plate.
You're applying 400 pounds of force to the ground. So with each step, your legs and your footwear have to be able to withstand 400 pounds of force.
Making sense of the numbers and the data, this PhD in kinesiology calculates and contemplates the numbers generated by that 1 foot strike. Tampus then studies the mechanics of my form, applying these sensors.
Put these on your lower leg.
Okay.
8 cameras track me on the treadmill. Getting up to speed, I reach full stride.
That's fast enough, huh?
Tampus also captures me on his camera, running a half mile as if I were outside.
Okay, I think we have enough that we can observe how things are going.
You sure?
Yes.
Now it's over to the computers to get all scientific on my stride, my pronation.
Pronation is the way the body deals with impact, so it's a little bit like shocks on your car.
The way my foot and ankle rotate and how I strike the ground. From what the computer sees to what Tampus sees on his cameras, all getting different perspectives on a simple run.
One of the things that is nice is since it's computer generated, we can really spin it around and look at things from any angle.
And giving important information on what shoe will carry me over the finish line.
The information is much richer now because we can combine all of those cameras information and recreate a three-dimensional image. It's really like an animation of how you were moving.
So this gives a nice slice of exactly what I look like as a runner.
Exactly.
And what do they see?
And what we see is that you're very light on your feet. There isn't a tremendous amount of pronation.
Light on my feet is a good thing.
That is a good thing. That is a great thing.
All right.
Yes.
While the lab approaches shoes scientifically, Marathon Sports can find the perfect fit with a hands-on approach. Manager Shane O'Hara knows feet.
You have a round toe, a pointy toe, wide foot, narrow foot, high instep, low instep.
Getting that perfect shoe puts a little stress on Shane. It is a tall order with high expectations. Runners are a finicky, a picky lot.
Someone that's stressed out right before the marathon that they need their shoe that's going to be able to take them 26 miles. you feel that same stress that you got to make sure that you're going to give them the right product.
In selling thousands and thousands of shoes, Shane gets up close and personal with just as many feet, putting his best foot forward by getting to the level of his customers' feet.
Your instep's up high here, you have the nice high arch here, you have the narrow heel, and from what you do is you have that little banana curve.
Shane then picks out a couple of shoes, puts them on my feet.
So now, mechanically, each one of these are going to fit perfectly well for you. Now it's just a matter of the best fit and feel.
And lets me take them outside for a test run.
What I want you to do now is run down to that white car and then back to me.
This gives him a chance to see how I run, what's my form, and what shoe would fit me from start to finish.
From the style of your run, you're running more on your forefoot, so we're going to go in a whole different style of shoes.
And what style would that be?
We're going to go in a minimalist style of shoe.
He picks out the same shoe selected by the Brainiacs at New Balance, the NB Minimus, a lightweight shoe perfect for the midfoot striker.
And then eventually there's that shoe that makes you feel like, hey, that's my best friend for the next 400 miles, and that's the shoe they will go with.
Fourth marathon you completed today.
Yes.
And how did you get your start in running?
Can I just tell you, it was a lark. I had not run more than 2 or 3 miles 6 years ago, but Boston Medical Center called up the station and asked if anybody would be a charity runner. So I had a little extra time on my hands, and I thought it would be something fun to do for a great local hospital, and the rest is history, so to speak.
And you've run through all conditions, all types of seasons, and
I have. And what's tough is obviously we train in the winter, then to have a day like today all of a sudden on us.
That's New England running, that's for sure. A reminder for the runners in our audience, share your favorite route on Chronicles' Facebook page. Take a look at the visible results of running next.
I was the heaviest that I'd ever been in my life.
Shedding 40 pounds fast when Chronicle continues.
Take it all in or go all out. A party for two or 202. With available Jeep 4x4 capability and up to 29 miles per gallon highway, you choose your freedom, and your Jeep Compass or Patriot can handle the rest. The 2012 Jeep Compass and Jeep Patriot, the evolution of a legendary bloodline.
Now is the 2012 Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 for $219 a month for well-qualified lessees.
It took me to the movies.
It took me to City Hall.
It's taken me to the ultimate frontier, space.
To the frontier of scientific discovery.
To China and South Africa for the study abroad experience of a lifetime.
To a lifetime of helping others.
And to the future I always imagined.
This university has a tradition of taking people a very long way. It's the University of Massachusetts. Where would you like it to take you?
Welcome to Longhorn Steakhouse. Come in now to enjoy 2 new steak and seafood combinations and experience a whole new twist on delicious. Try our new lobster baked potato loaded with lobster, cheddar, and bacon paired with our savory sirloin for just $16.99, or our new crab stuffed mushrooms and juicy sirloin for just $14.99. Steak and seafood tonight at Longhorn Steakhouse. And now discover our new lunch combinations starting at just $7.99.
Good night, gluttony. A farewell long awaited. Good night, stuffy. Good night, outdated. Good night, old luxury and all of your wares. Good night, bygones everywhere. Good morning, illumination. Good morning, innovation. Good morning, unequaled inspiration.
The Audi A8, chosen by Car and Driver as the best luxury sedan in a recent comparison test.
Attention, shoppers! Hit it! Why are you paying full price when Marshall's has the same designers for less? Can we give a little attitude, girls? And give me this and a this. Bags, shoes, dresses. Who wants to go to Marshall's?
There's goodness in every hug that welcomes them home. And in the little snack that's waiting when they do. Lance Sandwich Crackers. Our fresh-made peanut butter inside, crispy baked crackers outside. Lance, the goodness is baked in.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
It is very early along the water's edge in Winthrop, but most mornings you'll see Jerry Wardwell getting in a 4-mile run. Pretty amazing considering where he was just a year ago.
And I looked up one day and I was the heaviest that I'd ever been in my life.
That was just last summer when Jerry decided he needed to lose weight. And the only answer was to get moving, slowly at first.
Running a block, walking a block, running a block, walking 2 blocks. It was that slow a process.
Then picking up the pace by following a simple 8-week running program.
My knees hurt, I was tired. I couldn't conceive that you could run further than a block or 2 at a time or a minute or 2 at a time. And each time the program upped me another minute, I thought, how am I going to do that?
But over the course of 10 months, Jerry stuck with it and has lost 40 pounds. With running, you are either running towards something or running away from something. Jerry runs for his kids, realizing he has already lived longer than his own father.
That's in your head, that you've now lived longer than he has. You have 2 young kids, and yet it doesn't seem you're going in a good direction, and the power is within you to do something about it.
You see, Jerry is part of our family here at Channel 5.
As the story goes, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and he talked about the turf war.
He's our assistant news director. We depend on his calm presence under tough pressure.
It's probably the same tape.
Running has the ability to change lives.
Who are we?
Like Jerry, these runners are up training very early.
It's just second nature to me. I lace up and I hit the road and I'm one with nature. I'm feeling closer to God and I feel completely free. It's the one thing that I'm able to control. It transcends me beyond the impossible.
Gail Henville makes the impossible possible. As a volunteer coach with the New England Center for Homeless Veterans running team, Gail has a simple philosophy. If you can run a mile, you can do anything.
I know how running's transformed my life during good times, bad times, and most times happy times.
One half drill sergeant.
How long are we gonna run?
Other half den mother.
It's my crazy love affair.
Gail is part of Back on My Feet, a running club that has a unique approach to combating homelessness. Through the discipline of running, men and women that have served our country are given a second chance.
My self-esteem was down. It's helped me. I started on one of the coldest days this winter here, and I hadn't run in 25, 30 years. And the first day we ended up running 3.5 miles, and it told me that I could do this.
Building self-esteem, restoring confidence, guiding some down the road of recovery. The rhythm of the run, the cadence of the footsteps, the beating of the heart creates change.
You gotta be physical and mentally ready to say, I am gonna run today. I want to do this. And you gotta say today, I wanna stop drinking. I wanna stop doing drugs. And you gotta make that commitment to yourself.
By setting and achieving running goals, the vets reap benefits on and off the track.
You can see the excitement and the joy and the fact and the pride that they were able to do things that they didn't think they'd be able to.
Like going back to school, getting a job, an apartment.
As long as I do the footwork, I can keep going forward.
Like, they don't want us to be perfect. They're not trying to make us into like gold medal winners, but they just want us to come out here and show up and just give an honest effort.
You guys have a great weekend. As you go about your day, just think of others less fortunate and send them some positive thought.
Back to Jerry Wardwell. He was not a runner. You were not a runner. But what does it mean to you now?
Can I just say, it's one of those things in which it's just mine. We're so busy with our kids, with work, and this just gives me an opportunity to put down the cell phone, to go outside, even if it's cold, windy, rainy, and have a moment to myself. And plus, I love the exercise.
Well said, and congratulations today, David.
Thank you very much.
Check out Chronicle's Facebook page for viewers running routes and share your own. That's Chronicle for tonight. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm Anthony Everett. Have a good evening. We'll see you again tomorrow night.
Next Chronicle, Boston's changing the fashion world.
It's all handmade.
Local style setters peek at what they're buying.
I want to have my own style.
Fashion innovation created here.
First, convertible high heel shoes from high heels down to lower heels.
The hub of fashion, Chronicle tomorrow. This primetime news update is sponsored by Toyota's official website for deals. Buyatoyota.com.
Y'all ready for this?
Toyota's spring sales drive is here. Are you ready to drive the best cars for fuel efficiency? Are you ready to get some of the biggest savings of the year? Save now with the lowest payment ever on a fuel-sipping Corolla, just $149 a month. Or get an all-new Camry LE for just $199 a month. Are you ready to save right now? You better be ready. Toyota's spring sales drive ends April 30th. See your New England Toyota dealer now.
The extreme measures to keep today's marathoners safe in the heat at
so much better than last year.